Hey, what's going on, you guys? What you guys to the channel? It's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. Today we got one for one of my most anticipated films of the year, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, starring Margot Robbie, Elizabeth Winstead, Journey Smollett Bell, Ewan McGregor, Rosa Perez. This thing has a very good cast, and I must say, listen, I enjoyed the film. Definitely enjoyed the film. I think the film was one hell of a blast. And I think you kind of know exactly what kind of film you get yourself into within the first 5 minutes. It pretty much gives you a very clear indication of what kind of film you're in for, because the film is not that clear because it's being narrated by Harley Quinn, and she, as I think you probably heard from anybody else who reviewed this film, not a very reliable source. She's jumping back and forth. She's introducing characters, like she's introduce you to people who not gonna matter in 5 seconds after you see them. It's nice, but I will say this. And now it's called Birds of Prey. Not really Birds of Prey though, you guys. It's definitely more Harley Quinn than anything. You get to see some of the other characters throughout the film, and they do play a role, but the birds don't become the Birds of Prey until the very end of the film. Does that hurt the film at all? Not necessarily. Like, I think some of the standouts to me in this film are the action scenes. There's and Margot Robbie, of course, and I think Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Huntress is very different from what I expected, but I like it a whole bunch. Like, I really dug her. And of course, Journey Smollett Bell is great as Black Canary. Rose Perez is also excellent as Renee Montoya. I think I liked everyone. Even, listen, I think the biggest person I think I was worried about was actually Black Mask. Because Black Mask is, like, I'm not going to say he's one of my favorite villains, but he is a villain that I'm familiar with because I follow a lot of Red Hood. And, like, that was one of the first people introduced to you if you read any of the Red Hood comics. And, like, he is a very ruthless businessman. He just punches people in the face just because. And I think Ewan McGregor played that part very well. It's just the sinister part of him wasn't as I didn't fear him as much as I think I would have wanted to. Then you had out there Victor's ass right there. I think you seen Victor's ass in a few other iterations. You've seen him in the comics. I've also seen him in the television show Gotham, where he was great in there. This guy does a good job. Chris Messina, he does a good job with his ass. He really does. But that whole dynamic between those two is great. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of cool things. It just I really didn't get the menace that I wanted to get from. I needed them to be I needed this film to be a little bit darker. I think that's the only thing. There's one scene in particular that involves Black Mask getting mad at his club and telling the girl to get on the table. That's all I'm gonna say. That scene is kind of where I kind of wanted to see more of that side, because it changed the entire mood of the entire film. Because you've been going around with Harley, and she's whooping everybody's ass. She's doing some cool shit, and like everything is just like this party, this wild ride, and it's like the air got sucked out of the room during this scene, and I'm like, I needed more of that. You know what I'm saying? And what they end up doing with Black Mask in this film, not gonna say I'm particularly happy about it, but I think it kind of fits where this film was going. Harley kind of serves as like a anti-hero in this film. She's not as murderous as I think we've known her to be. Like I said, I think this film, even though it's rated R, I don't feel like it leaned into the R probably as much as I would have wanted to, because it's Harley freaking Quinn, okay? Well, not even freaking, the Harley fucking Quinn. I needed her to be more wild, loose, you know. And the film pretty much takes place with Harley's no longer with the Joker, and that's pretty much a go for everybody, because like her with Joker, and it pretty much establishes, just like how I think a lot of the DC shows do and it's like how they establish how Batman is just like this big thing, and where we never really see him, but we always feel his presence, regardless if he's there or not. And then through this film, you kind of felt like you didn't feel Joker's presence, but it was established like, oh, okay, this girl was with this guy, so literally nobody was messing with her. But the moment she's off the leash and they're done, it is open season on her ass for like any and everybody she's ever wrong. Okay, so I enjoyed that aspect of it. I think this film is actually probably better for me with repeat viewings. I'm actually going to see it again tomorrow. I'm taking my little sisters to see it because any film that has any kind of female empowerment, I'm going to definitely take my younger sister to see it, even if it is a rated R Harley Quinn film where they do a lot of cussing and bone shattering. A lot of bone shattering. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to see it again tomorrow. I enjoyed the film for what it was. I don't think it ranks in my higher tier DCEU films. They're going to say it ranks in the lower tier as well. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of like mid tier for me. Like I said, everybody does a fantastic job. I just think I kind of wish they would have took like they didn't have to just get completely dark, because I like the tone that they had. It was kind of very energetic, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I will say, Gotham didn't feel like Gotham to me. And that's a big thing when I think whenever you playing a part in like these, because it was bright. Like, it was bright. Anybody, point out any time, people. Granted, we always with Batman or somebody else, those like when we're in Gotham. So of course it's not going to usually be bright when we see those guys. But man, you can't, like, the sun is shining bright in Gotham, and I'm like, I don't know what part of Gotham this is, but I've never seen. It's just, that's the only thing to me. Usually when I watch like anything that has to do with Gotham, whether it's the show, the TV show, cartoon, whatever, Gotham plays like it has a certain aesthetic to it, like a certain vibe, like it's always plays like another character. And to me, it didn't really have that feeling in this film. It just felt like they was like in any city, like in New York, Chicago, anywhere where it's big and bright. You know, I never felt that darkness, except for maybe like one scene at the end. That's when it kind of like felt, that was the one time Gotham felt like Gotham, and it kind of like really like felt like it was more or less the outskirts. Like, Gotham is the worst place on the planet, people. Like, like, I don't care about what comic, what genre, whatever. Like, Gotham is the worst place on the planet to be, and it never felt like that. It just kind of felt like these people were doing stuff in this town, and it seemed out of the ordinary. And like, oh, Gotham, this is like an everyday thing. Like, you might walk down the street and see somebody getting mugged, and you might also see somebody robbing a bank, and Two-Face hanging out the side of a car shooting a machine gun at the cops, or flying penguins around, and penguins don't even fly. But you get what I mean. Gotham didn't have that its own personality, I guess I would say. But yes, like I said, I've still really enjoyed the film. Like, I think there's things they did very, very well. Only thing I just would have wished is that the film went a little bit in a, not, when I say darker, I don't mean like, hey, like how Joker was dark. I kind of mean like in a more like kind of gruesome type of feel. You know, granted, like I said, this film is being told from Harley Quinn's perspective, so it's gonna always have that energetic quirkiness to it. But I kind of feel like they're like the moment I was talking about with I don't know if I did this, because listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My video, I recorded and my video stopped, so I don't know exactly what part that I kept and what part I did. But like I said, even if I didn't play it, I'm just gonna repeat it. There's a part of this film, non-spoiler, no spoilers, but where Black Mask tells the lady to get on a desk, or get on a table. That scene felt completely different from any other scene in this film. It felt creepy. It sucked the life out of the film. Not in a bad way. It's just like, oh, everything was kooky, corny. Not kooky and corny, but like energetic and wacky and live, and like, pow, right in your face. That just say no. It's just like, oh my God, this is. I feel for this chick. Another thing I have to say is that one thing I think I disagree with a lot of other people. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of other people, but a few other critics I've seen that say like, hey, they kind of hammer home this whole women empowerment thing. I never really felt that. I never really felt Black Mass was solely a woman hater or a misogynistic person. I just think when you're a person in Black Mass position, everybody under you is beneath you. That's kind of how his character feels, you know what I'm saying? And so when he finally gets a chance to get at somebody who's kind of been able to like pretty much fuck over him as much as they want, it's time to like, hey, it's time for me to make my statement because I can't fuck with the Joker. Everybody know I can't mess with him, but you little girl, yeah, I'm on your ass. And so. Of course he was hiring guys as hitmen and stuff like that. So I never quite understand. I never felt like the whole this is like a man hating film. You know what I'm saying? I never really got that. And like the whole I don't know. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see it again tomorrow. To be honest, I thought I watched it. I was just kind of like, yeah, okay. But the more I talk about it, the more it made me want to go see it again. So I can't wait to go catch the joint again. Man, I really hate if I miss anything, but I will do a spoiler review. Spoiler review will be up for the weekends. I'll probably Oscar Sunday. I'll probably do it Saturday. I forget. I'll just have it up Saturday. Spoiler review comes Saturday, so I'll make sure I get everything that I've missed. And plus, I've been seen the film for the second time. So anything I did miss, I'll be able to catch it. I really, like I said, I really enjoyed it. I hope we continue. I hope this film does well because one, this is a DC film, and I want all DC films to do well. Two, because I really enjoy Harley Quinn, and like when I think this film is definitely a better film than Suicide Squad. And so Suicide Squad made like $758 million. I feel like this film deservingly should make, upwards of that. You know what I mean? At least $500 million or something. I just feel, especially with the modest budget that we have. Like we as comic book fans always ask for like certain films, but like when people take chances on films like this, and then nobody goes to see them, and like that's kind of like a spit in the face of like everybody who works hard and tried to make something out of it. Because I really think Margot Robbie's talented, and I'd love to see this cast come back. Whether it even be a Birds of Prey versus Gotham City Sirens, that's something I think that's kind of in the works. Even though I think Margot Robbie said she wants to do like a Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy film. Granted, you could probably do that, but to me, I'm leaning towards the Gotham City Sirens versus Birds of Prey as a sequel, simply because Harley's out doing her own thing, and well, I don't want to say too much. I'll talk more about that in my spoiler review. So yeah, but the film, I have to give the film a B-. It's a B-. I think this was any other film, I probably gave it like a C+ maybe, but since it's like a DC film, and I'm very, very tied to these characters and love these characters, I think, you know what I'm saying, I have a little bias, but who cares? You guys let me know what you thought about the film. If you've seen it down in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'm sorry if I didn't cover certain things you guys might have wanted me to cover. I did this. This is technically not a one take. The beginning of this, the first 7 minutes isn't one take, but then I guess you guys can pretty much notice when I cut in because that's when my camera stopped rolling, but I didn't know. And I continued to review, so I don't know. And like it was really, really good. That's why I say one take, because I don't go back and do. I just talk, go, and then boom, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna suck. I'm really disappointed that I let my camera do that, but it's how to cook it crumble. Yeah, but like I said, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate that. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel once again, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.